Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If it's not a welcome back, hit the subscribe button so it can be a welcome back next time you come. Today we've got the coin set showcase again. And next up is the 1989 United Kingdom proof set. And this is one of my favourite sets. It's got a nice double bill of £2 coins inside it and a couple of NIFCs as well. We'll have a look through this at the end. The information in this one is very good. We will have a closer look, but let's get into the coins. Let's not mess around. As we normally do, we'll start off with the penny and work our way up. Just quickly though, it's quite interesting the way it's laid out because all 5 of these are circulated. These 2 aren't. These 2 are circulated, but still special nonetheless, especially this one. But the penny, of course, the badge of the Palace of Westminster, heavily minted that year. The penny and the 2p back then were bronze, of course, hadn't been changed by this point. 658 million of those circulated. And the 2 pence with the badge of the Prince of Wales on it, 359 million circulated. So very, very common, but very nice to have in proof nonetheless, in my opinion. Then on to the 5 pence, the badge of Scotland there, crown thistle. And again, heavily circulated that year, though this was the last year of the circulated large 5 pence, and it was changed the next year. 101 million or so of those circulated. Let's have a quick look at the obverse. Now this one's really tricky to get out of the case actually. This is a different setup with a different clasp and the metal one that you have to slide it out of. It's a right pain, so we're not going to be able to get it out. I've given it a go. Let's have a look at the obverse of all the coins. Obviously the Makhlouf portrait, which is a nice one. I think the 50p is probably the best one to look at. Nice large coin with a large polished field there around the Queen. And a lovely frosting effect, as usual. The booklet there will tell us a bit more about proof coins if you want to know about that. So, on to the 10 pence. Now this wasn't circulated in the year. This is NIFC. You could only get it in this proof set, which there was 85,700 of, or in the bunk set for the year, which didn't include the £2 coins, but was a 7 coin set of the rest of the denominations. 77,500 of the bunk set, so only just over 160,000 of these coins in existence, which is a lower number than just the circulated Kew Gardens. Onto the 20 pence, the Tudor Rose there, of course, heavily circulated that year. I think the 20 pence certainly benefits from the proof finish, you know, with this wide rim of the coin, with the frosted effect, and then the nice polished field there. The 20 pence, 132 million minted that year, very common. And then we move on to the other uncirculated coin from the set, and that is the 50 pence. 1986 all the way to 1987 weren't circulated. And obviously this is 1989. This is one of those that wasn't circulated. And then in 1997 it went smaller, and that's what you find in your change today. That was obviously 8 years after this. Then we move on to the nickel brass coins. Of course, the penny 2p are bronze. The 4 in the middle there are all copper nickel. And the pound coin is nickel brass. 70 million of these minted that year. And there we see the Scottish thistle and the Royal Diadem, which is the crown there. I think that's worn, is it the opening of Parliament? I might be wrong there. I think it says in the booklet. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But this coin has come round again. 1984 was the first year this design was used, and these designs were on a 5-year cycle, so they all came round twice. So the second appearance of this coin in the sets. And this is the only coin with an edge inscription actually in the set. Both the £2 coins have just got reeded edges, and the Latin inscription on the pound coin is Nemo me impune lacesset, which means no one provokes me with impunity. And that's the motto of the Royal Stuart dynasty of Scotland, first appearing on coins back in, was it 1570 something, 1578 I think. And it's still the motto of the 3 Scottish regiments of the British Army to this day. And then the main event, well, this one's the main event really, but we have the Bill of Rights first, and 4.3 million of these, well, 4.4 million of these were minted. Again, obviously these two are nickel brass. And you see there the William and Mary cipher on the coin, and a mace there, and the crown. And the booklet will explain this much better. We will have a quick look at that. But essentially, King James II of England and James VII of Scotland, who were the same person, fled and abdicated during the Glorious Revolution. And the Bill of Rights was a bill passed to stop all the things which people weren't happy with James doing during his reign ever happening again. And it was kind of the beginning of democracy, really, like proper modern democracy, where a lot of power was transferred from the Crown to the Parliament. So essentially this is the English version, and then the claim of right was the Scottish version. But James didn't really abdicate from Scotland. He abdicated from England because he was in the country at the time when he fled. So you couldn't really say he abdicated from Scotland. So Convention of Scottish Estates voted to remove him from office. And William and Mary were presented with the claim of right, agreed to its terms, and became King and Queen jointly of Scotland, as well as England, of course. But a lovely set, I think. Very scarce, this one. 346,000 circulated, and obviously only 85,700 of this set, and it wasn't in the bunk set. So let's have a quick look at the information. We get the usual this is join the mailing list this time, not the coin club. But this is one of the better booklets, I think, and there's some amazing information in there. So we'll make sure it focuses and pause it and have a read through. Especially the bit about the Bill of Rights and the claim of right. And then we've got designs and specifications. And this will all tell you much more than I could tell you. Apart from mintage figures, you won't get that on here, of course. This page could be a struggle to show you. I might have to actually, there we go. And then this little bit is very good as well, explaining about the polished dies and the polished proof finishes of the coins. But yeah, there's the 1989 United Kingdom decimal proof set. I'm sure you'll agree, it's quite a nice set. Although the £2 obviously are very, very similar apart from one word and a letter. They are both stunners, I think, especially in this condition. Nice to have the other coins in proof as well. So, leave us a thumbs up. Come back next time. Is there any particular set you want to see in the series that you haven't seen yet? I don't have them all. I wish I did. But I've got quite a few, so if you've got a date you want to see that you haven't seen yet, leave it in the comments. Drop us a thumbs up. Share it if you can share it. Twitter, all that lot. And subscribe if you're not. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.